Hey folks, we are Arvada Seventh-day Adventist Church is going to present a seminar on evolutionary arguments, and the speaker for that seminar and the teacher is going to be Dr. Richard Jensen.
You always do that.
I like to do that. That's
hilarious.
I'm introducing you.
Yeah.
Dr. Richard Jensen.
It's a little overblown.
Professor Jensen, and you are a doctor, and you used to be a professor.
Yes, true.
Of ethics and philosophy, and seriously now, we are going to do this seminar. I'm excited about it, and I just wanted to take a few minutes for you to tell folks what this is going to be about, what they're going to get out of it, and just a little pitch for this class.
Okay. So you mentioned that it's going to be at the Arvada Seventh-day Adventist Church. We are going to stream it live, and we're also going to record those videos and place them, at some venue yet to be determined. Link to the website that we have up, which is evolution-vs-creationism.com. And so people who, don't make a particular session can always catch up by viewing one of those videos. But because this is being hosted out of the Arvada Seventh-day Adventist Church, I want to emphasize that this is not a typical seminar on evolution. There's countless of those out there.
Creation, evolution.
Creation, evolution, and basically when they're put on by churches, they're done as apologetics.
What does that mean?
So the typical approach to apologetics is that you're presuming that your position is correct already, and you're arguing in favor of your position. And specifically when we're doing that in the context of evolution versus creationism, it's creationists bashing on evolutionists in one way or another, and typically doing so by debating them on the points of data. So they're talking about things like, well, the Earth is not as old as they claim it is because we have this data that says this, and Mount St. Helens erupted, and we've done dating on those rocks, and and so they go off on this whole tangent regarding the data. And
your approach is different.
Completely different. This is not apologetics at all. I'm approaching this as strictly a philosopher. I'm not approaching this from the point of view of a Christian apologist. I'm not presuming the Bible. I'm not presuming creationism. I'm not in any way attempting to argue in favor of creationism, which might, on the face of it, sound really shocking, given our context here, which is why I'm emphasizing this. This is not apologetics. This is unlike any of these creation evolution seminars that people have seen. So the idea here is we're not arguing in favor of creationism. We're not even arguing in favor of traditional theism. So in no sense are we attempting to make the case for creationism or make the case for intelligent design.
Why would a Christian want to attend?
Exactly. Because immediately the Christian is thinking, well, then what good is this thing, right? It's not going to make my case. But that's precisely the point.
Because a lot of people are thinking, I want to be able to argue with the evolutionists.
Exactly right.
And then they're like, well, if I can't learn how to argue, then what do I want to go to that seminar?
Exactly, because I need to be able to beat them down.
Right.
And I believe that creationism, intelligent design, the attempt to get this into the schools, all of this is a vast mistake. And I think that, frankly, Christians have not been very intellectually honest about this whole thing. I think that the indictments of evolutionists against creationists are pretty spot on. So I'm approaching this from the point of view of an entirely secularly trained philosopher, not some Christian scientist, not a Christian.
Not some Christian geologist.
Yep. So all of my training is in secular schools. I got my bachelor's at Cal State San Bernardino. I got my doctorate at UC Santa Barbara. So I've been immersed in secular philosophy throughout my entire training. I bring no presumptions of theism into this seminar
Yet
at
you
all.
taught at Christian universities.
Yes, as well as secular universities.
Okay.
So my entire background is not presuming theism, and this seminar does not presume theism. So what's the point then?
What am I going to get out of it?
Yes. So what you're going to get out of this is a deep dive into philosophy of science, philosophy of language, philosophy of mind, and the first and most fundamental thing is in effect an answer to Dawkins' assertion that Christians and theists in general are stupid, ignorant, or perhaps wicked. And I really want to make the case so rigorously, so philosophically rigorously, that it really cannot be gainsaid, that a Christian has very good reasons to believe that naturalism in general, and evolutionism in particular, is not an adequate account of origins. So that's arguing in the negative. I'm not specifying what the alternatives are. I'm not saying so theism or so six-day creationism.
Right.
All I'm doing is rigorously opening up the logical space to say, this can't be the way it is. And I'm not saying it can't be the way it is because I don't like this or that outcome. I'm saying, in principle, there are aspects of reality that we can philosophically demonstrate that are not explainable in principle by a naturalistic paradigm.
So this is a deep dive into understanding how science works.
Yes, exactly. And what its limitations are. Basically, the idea here is science is a fantastic enterprise. And in terms of empirical knowledge, knowledge that we gain by the senses, it's the best game in town.
Right.
But that not all things we know are features of reality can be explained in those terms. And so it is a kind of an advanced seminar in that sense, although we will spend some weeks at the beginning providing an introduction and a foundation. But we will do a deep dive.
And we are inviting everybody.
Yes.
Christians, non-Christians.
Exactly.
Scientists,
Yes.
philosophers.
Yes.
People who are deep thinkers.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna. This is just a little taste. We're gonna keep giving you regular updates here in the next few weeks.